Hello guys, Zach here again, and today I've got a pretty old-ish game from when the Viper was pretty new to the scene and sporting his former clan tag, Buzz the Viper. Today we have indeed got the Viper versus Supermen down here. As you can see, there's 6 people actually in the game. 4 are watching, 2 are playing. The players are the Viper and Supermen. The map is Nomad, and both these guys are playing as Chinese, as you can see. Purple for Supermen, yellow for the Viper. And this is a pretty good game. For once, I've actually watched it before I've started, and Supermen already starting to try and steal some of Viper's sheep, but Viper gonna cut him off right there and claim a sheep for himself. Very nicely done right there. And as they are both playing as Chinese, they do start with more villagers, which is always great in Nomad, as it does mean you get off to a faster start. But look at this, how close are they going to put their town centres together? Well, right next door, which is always interesting in Nomad because it does lead to very interesting games. And this map, I'd say, is pretty fair right now. They've both got gold fairly nearby. If anything, Superman has a slight advantage with the gold at his back, but I'd say the Viper has plenty of gold still as well. Easy to wall this if he wants to, but I don't know if he had any walling ways back in the day, so have just wait and see. Viper's town centre going up first, and Superman already starting to wall, and I reckon this is going to be a very close game, as these guys are very close, quite literally. And Viper throwing up a dock on the side over here. As Superman getting a dock up just yet? I don't think he is, so we'll have to wait and see. But Viper may gain a little early lead with this dock. We'll have to wait and see how many ships he can get out as fast as he can. He's going to be making villagers for the time being before he gathers a lot of wood. Anyway, making full use of his villagers by gathering this deer up before he sends it back to his town centre. Pretty much standard good stuff from him. So anyway, while this game gets underway, I just want to let you know about an upcoming series that will be featured on the channel. You may be wondering why this video is a little bit late. Usually they're uploaded by now, and this video will be uploaded a little bit later than normal. There we go, just that villager carrying 20 food back to the town centre to make full use of it, just pointing that out. This video will be up a little bit later than usual, and you may be wondering why. Well, that's because me and Feudal have been recording a series today, or started to record a series. It should be really awesome fun. It's not Age of Empires. I'm not going to throw any spoilers out there just yet, but I guarantee you it will be fun. And I certainly have enjoyed playing this game that we're going to be playing, and I really hope you guys look forward to it, and bear in mind that it is bonus. We're going to be recording the whole series in like 3 or 4 days, or whenever we get a chance. We'll do it as a long session rather than splitting it up over a long while, so it won't really affect the amount of AOC videos. Just bear in mind it's a little bit extra that me and Feudal are going to be doing. It should be pretty fun, and yeah, hopefully you look forward to it. I'll put the first video out tomorrow, hopefully, and it should be cool. Also, on a side note, I'm getting a headset. I've ordered one, and it should be here this week, hopefully by Thursday at the latest, so maybe even tomorrow if I'm lucky. And that means that the audio sound should be a little bit crisper, a little bit louder, and hopefully it should be easier for me to make videos as well, because I don't have to have this stupid microphone sitting in front of me the whole time, because it's a little bit annoying having to have this in front of me constantly, because sometimes it's not always, I'm not always in the best of positions to have the microphone sat in front of me while I'm at the laptop. For instance, I might want to record a video while chilling on my bed, and a headset would be ideal for that. Anyway, back to this game, and the Viper is throwing up a mill on this shore here. Fisherman gathering shorefish is the fastest source of food in the game, and he's putting a mill right here. I think it's probably worth it. He's going to be able to mill this. He's got shorefish just down here a little bit. He's got shorefish over here. He's also got a few sheep and a few deer over this side with some more shorefish, so a mill here would do him wonders as well. So that's pretty good for him. Meanwhile, Superman has been walling him in, and he's walled pretty much everywhere on this side of the map, and I don't know if the Viper's that aware of this walling that's going on. He knows of this one. I don't know if he knows how close he is to his opponent. He must do, hence the deer down here. But it should be interesting, actually, because we know how messy Nomad games get, and Superman is walling him in, so let's see how much of an advantage he can gain from that. He obviously knows about this down here right now, as he's just seen it with this villager, and he's chasing Superman away. He's like, get off my land, and he will indeed have a little bit of a villager fight, and he should win it as well. Supermen forced away, and he gained a sheep, so that's all good, and that is what we like to see. I'm going to speed things up because Nomad starts are very slow usually, and Viper is starting to get a few fishing ships out up here, and not fish and chips, fishing ships, as some people think I say, and Supermen getting some on the other side. Nomad's interesting because you usually see a lot of water. And this is nice, Viper going up on this peninsula over here as well as this side, and Superman in the much better position for fish. He's got a lot of ocean on this side, which is very nice for him, and I imagine Viper is going to make fishing ships up here as well. Let's see how many galleys they end up getting, because water control on this map is interestingly useful, but at the same time you've got to find the balance between land and water, because especially in Nomad, where you're this close together and there's nothing separating you, so I imagine we'll see a lot of action right here and on the water as well. Viper going up with a wall up here. He wants to secure this gold, and I don't blame him. It's going to be very useful for him, as well as finding those extra sheep, which are always good, and Supermen walling him over here as well. Pretty interesting stuff. Throwing up another mill next to this deer patch, and of course the rest of these shorefish. Going to be very useful for the Viper to gather from there. And Superman just continuing to wall. I'm going to speed things up once again. Superman shouldn't be gathering shorefish. He's got lots of big fish in here, which he should be gathering. And Viper with 2 docks. I'll just keep an eye on this villager. I want to see what's going on. Viper very nicely walled that villager into this little area here. She can get out by deleting a piece of wall, or she could do something else. What's she going to do? She's going to build a dock right there, which means she can, of course, once this dock goes up, keep pressure on by building some galleys right down here. Who's going to reach the feudal age first? Well, that is the big question. Well, the Viper is already halfway there. Superman already a bit further ahead, which does mean that Superman may gain water advantage, as 2 docks are coming up right next to the Viper's first dock, which does mean that Superman will get out more galleys to start with, which in turn means that Viper could lose a few fishing ships here, and he is throwing up another dock at the back. But Superman already into the feudal age, and I imagine we will see a galley coming out right there. Indeed we are, and that means that Viper is going to lose some fishing ships here. He's a little bit further behind, and there we go, just advancing to the feudal age right now, and there is going to be a couple of galleys coming out from the Viper, I imagine, once again. I'm interested to see who goes for the land more. He's just put a watchtower here, so he does know that Superman is gathering wood. A tower right here would be nice. It could really provoke an attack on the land, or it could just harass a lot of villagers, which would also be great. And out comes the first galleys for Supermen, as well as this blacksmith here, which means fletching will be on the way very shortly, and that will give him a nice little boost to his to his military. Viper doing the good thing and moving his fishing boats away before these galleys even know what's up, and that is great because he has got this dock on the corner, which Superman doesn't know about, which is useful, of course, but he's going to find it very shortly with this galley here. Back onto the land, well, there's a watchtower going up there, which is going to stop Supermen from gathering gold on here. Always good to do that. And Superman with a watchtower right here, but it's out of place. It's not good enough right there. It's not going to be able to attack any villagers, and really it's not going to be useful to him at all. So Viper, with a much better watchtower placement, will be able to provoke this gold here and keep it safe, which does mean that Superman will have to move his gold camp, which is of course going to cost him 100 wood, and it's going to slow his galley production down, which is always good. But the Viper is going to be struggling right now because he is losing a few fishing ships on the water, which is not good. He's too late to get galleys out. He's getting some galleys down here, but it's too late. He needs to get them up this side, and it's pretty much 3 galleys versus 40, or no, not 40, like 20 fishing ships, and they are going to go down if he stays around there for too long. As you can see, this watchtower pretty much doing nothing right now. Viper, of course, has got his wood at the back, which does mean that this watchtower is out of range, and this watchtower here going to prevent the gold from being collected by Superman. Viper very safe in his gold collecting shenanigans over this side, double walled on here as well, which means he's fairly safe over here. Blacksmith just going up for the Viper, and I think Superman Supermen may have fletching already. Yes, he does, and that is going to be a royal pain in the arse for the Viper, as he losing us a lot of fishing ships. Now look how many fishing ships Superman has, quite a few. They're undisturbed. He will gain a much bigger economical advantage due to that, and it will really give him a little boost if it does come to a land war, which I imagine it will, as these guys are still pretty open. First one to get to the Castle Age and throw a few knights in here will really cause a lot of problems for their opponents. Losing water is never a good thing, and he really does not want to do that, I don't think. And it looks like he is going to lose most of his fishing ships here, which is always a little bit of an annoyance. He will probably be able to kill off a few galleys from Supermen, though. I don't think it's going to be enough, however. He doesn't have fletching here, and it's 3-on-3, which does mean that Supermen will win this battle, and he does have more galleys coming from the rear. So Supermen, of course, going to win the water in this situation, going to gain a huge advantage due to the fact that he will have a lot of fishing ships, and Viper now going to have to transition into the land, throwing up another watchtower on this stone right here, going to prevent Supermen from getting another watchtower. Well, Superman will be able to get one watchtower. He's got enough stone for another one at the least, which does indeed mean that Viper is not going to be fully in luck, as Superman will be able to tower him at some point somewhere. Just have to wait and see. Viper finally getting a barracks. He's already got a market to balance his eco out, as he probably had a bit too much of some resource that he needed to sell. I think he's given up on the water. He's not making any galleys. He's making one. That's not going to do anything at all. He will get chased down by Superman, but maybe he's going to try and pick off a few fishing ships. That would be useful for him to do. That would be very useful, actually. He could at least get on par with the water. He's lost a lot of resources going into those fishing ships, which has really left him behind. An archery range coming up from the Viper, though, and we now may see some harassment, which would be nice. Superman throwing up a watchtower back here to keep this stone safe. He's like, well, if I can't have it, neither can you. Viper going to go and attack with villagers, though, because that's what he does, and he may take this watchtower down, actually, and if he does, that's going to be huge for him. Throwing up another watchtower in defense. It's going to be towers everywhere, I think, and he may just get this watchtower down, although Superman quick to repair. Viper throwing up a watchtower down here as well, and Superman going to pick off a few villagers from the Viper here, which is going to be really annoying for him to deal with. Just moving his villagers out the way, losing one right there, but he is going to get this watchtower up, and he's going to be able to at least pressure this with villagers attacking at the base. There's villagers inside the town centre. Superman isn't working, and they're all attacking at the base of this one right here. Superman sending some villagers over to attack the Vipers, but Viper, of course, with his tower behind, can put pressure onto these villagers, prevent them from attacking for too long. Both these guys taking pretty heavy losses right now, and I think Viper may be able to get Superman's tower down, though Superman is starting to take out this tower as well. It's very close. Superman's tower just... oh no, it's got more HP right now, but Viper going to quickly repair this, and it's a battle of the two towers. Archer's just coming in from the Viper just to help clear things up. He's managed to get Superman's down, and he's going to repair his up very quickly indeed, although he doesn't have any stone, so he's just clinging on by the skin of his teeth. And Superman lost a few villagers, but so did the Viper, but he has secured this stone right here, which does mean that he can collect it, and Superman can't. In come some archers. They're going to be able to pick off some villagers, hopefully. That is his plan at the very least. And he's going to want to repair this watchtower up when he can. Very nicely played by the Viper, trying to offset the eco balance, killing off a few villagers. Superman pretty much undisturbed up here, though, with this gold collection. And I think at the moment Superman will have the advantage due to the fact that he has got the amount of fishing ships he does have. Of course, his score is going to be slightly inflated by the galleys, though that's not too much to worry about. So right now, it looks like Viper is actually doing a pretty good job on the land. He's got a couple of archery ranges, continuing to pump out a few archers. He may be able to pick off quite a few villagers right here, although they are starting to lose in this little battle. And I think, yeah, you need a few more archers than that to really do a lot of damage. But he is preventing Supermen from gathering, and I mean, Superman really doesn't have that much eco on land, does he? He's got a few farms and a few villagers collecting wood, a little bit of gold up here, and that's pretty much it. But because of these because of these boats, he is gaining an advantage, and very nice by the Viper, just picking off a few fishing ships with a galley that he's took out, just trying to avoid Supermen's galleys at all costs. He has got more stone, he can afford more watchtowers, and it could be very feasible that Viper actually manages to do this, but look how messy the minimap is. Man, it's so messy. I'm interested. Is Superman going castle? Yes, he is. This could be very bad for the Viper. Castle Age Knights starting to run into his base. He needs to make sure he's fully walled, and I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to Knights. He is going to be able to pick off a few villagers here with these archers, though. Very nicely done, preventing Supermen from gathering gold once again. But he's already got 550 gold in the bank, which does mean stable there, right there, and he is going to be able to make quite a few knights before he runs out of gold, even if he isn't collecting any for a while. So Superman going to be able to make a few knights, possibly clear up the archers from the Viper. Viper, on the other hand, way away from the Castle Age right now. He's got a lot less population as well, 51, oh no, he's got more, my bad. I was looking at the population cap, thinking that's how many he had. 46 to 52, which does mean Viper has more population, but Superman just reaching the Castle Age. We will see Knights coming out right now, and Viper going to try and wall, I imagine. Just quickly wall and keep the Knights out. It's very hard to make sure you're fully walled, though, and I'm sure Knights will probably be able to breach the walls somewhere. This is not looking good for the Viper. Of course, this water control that Superman has can really help him out. He can put some boats here, harass this, put some boats here, attack villagers here, put some boats here even, and maybe able to just reach this gold. So it just shows how important the water is, as it does give you that food boost that allows you to get up to the Castle Age so quickly. Superman now with a knight out somewhere. Oh, it's up here, gonna go clean up these archers. This one knight will probably kill off all three of these archers, and that's why it's so important to make sure you don't get left behind in Feudal Age unless you've got a stonking great army of archers that can one-shot knights. It's not a good idea to go Feudal versus Castle, especially when the knights start coming out. It's not so bad if you go up against a Meso civilization, as Eagle Warriors are weaker, I suppose. And there we go. I think GG. I don't know if Viper's going to resign just yet, but the spectators are resigning. I think he's probably going to hold on a little bit more. He may be able to do this. I mean, he just needs to get up to the Castle Age, but he can't afford it right now. Is he going to make some spearmen? Well, yes, he is, though I don't know if it's going to be enough. If he loses this army, it's pretty much game over, because, well, in a moment, Superman is going to have 5 or 6 knights, and now he's secured this gold, he is going to be able to afford some more, and these knights are just going to keep coming out, starting to send them towards Viper's base. More archers are going to die, and these knights are just going to slowly pick it at him, I think. Let's just speed things up to see what goes on, what goes down. These knights just attacking the watchtower. Why not? They're going to be able to secure this gold if the watchtower does go down. And wondering why Viper isn't resigning? Well, maybe he thinks he can hold on, I don't know, but it looks like there are knights. Oh no, there's boats at the back harassing his eco again, and there may be some knights in the front. Oh, a mangonel coming up as well, just to pick off this watchtower. Very nicely done. The Viper not really standing up to this Castle Age now. Well, the Castle Age attack from Superman. He may have been able to stay in if he'd castled a little bit sooner, but he decided to make quite a few archers instead, which could have been his downfall. He didn't manage to kill off enough villagers before it was too late, pretty much. Superman sending in these knights right now, going to be able to clear up these archers. No chance with them. And I think Viper will probably have to GG very shortly. These boats at the back just preventing him from gathering anything. They may be able to attack this gold if he gets Bodkin Arrow. And there we go, right into Viper's base, picking off villagers left, right and centre. And Viper's going to have to resign pretty soon. There's 4 knights right there. He's not even garrisoning inside of his town centre. He's just letting himself get owned right now. And I think these games are from where Viper was just getting into it. I don't think he was this as pro as he is now back then. And there we go. I think Viper's pretty much down to 0 population, just 18 left. I don't know where those 18 are. Oh, they're gathering gold. But town centre lost, and GG, there we go. Well, he didn't GG. Maybe he was a bit bitter about that. I don't know. Hard to say. But anyway, yeah, Viper losing one, though it was a very old game, so that's probably why. And very well played by Superman, I've got to say. He did take the water, which gained him a massive advantage with these fishers. He managed to castle very quickly, get out those knights, and kill the Viper's eco, which is of course what you want to do. Viper probably could have done a bit more damage if he put the archers in the right place. If he killed off more villagers, he would have been able to do a lot more, but he didn't. So that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Zach, and I'll see you next time.